Right.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Sacred Books of Britney Spears. Um, Again, I'm joined by my friends Bessie Jo
Morning.
and John Wayne.
Hola. That's Spanish.
Thank you for the heads up there. So before we started recording, we were doing kind of a little bit of a catch up, but I think we're all kind of going through a similar thing of trying to find ways to stay productive and feel like we're not going insane, through these trying times.
Mhm.
What So Bessie, what have you been doing to sort of avoid, the mental frustration of being locked in?
Well, I'm mostly just locked out in the gardens, but uh, I do still have internet access. And the other
Yeah.
day, I bought a miniature kit so I can make a little miniature garden. And it's over 40 hours of work, and it hasn't come in the mail yet, but I'm very excited.
40 hours of work?
Yes, to
What does
build a
that
miniature, like a diorama. Like I have to sit down. You have to sit down and put in 40 flight hours of work to build this miniature, like diorama of a garden, and I'm
Now,
stoked.
when you say miniature garden, so is it like miniature carrots, miniature beets? Like, is it actual food?
No, it's not edible,
Oh, got it. Okay.
but if it was made out of gingerbread, perhaps.
So
Um,
wait, so what's the point of this? Like, is it like
it's
a
just a cute,
Zen?
tiny garden. There really is no point.
Got it.
So once you put in your 40 flight hours,
Hmm.
it's over.
And then you get to look at it.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
then I think it has a setting where when it's the evening, you can put on a little twinkle light in the diorama, and so it has electricity for some reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't think it arrives till the end of the month, but that's all I've been thinking about.
Now I will say this: the mold is almost gone from your room.
Mm, hmm.
So hopefully by next episode we'll have you back inside, um,
Okay.
rubber bodysuit and all. You know. Um,
Can't wait. Those are my PJs actually.
oh really? Oh wow!
Yeah.
You sleep with a rubber bodysuit. Wow.
Yeah. I like to
Um,
I don't like to work out. I like to sweat while I sleep. And
yeah.
then I wake up 5 pounds lighter.
How are you doing, John Wayne? How's what are you trying to do to stave off your boredom?
Uh, just lots of role playing, lots of
Mm.
board games.
That's
With
fun.
Yeah.
Now I know that you are locked in with. Wait, actually, are you still locked in? How's the relationship going? Are you still locked in with her?
Um, no.
What's her name again?
What?
what what is her
Her name.
name?
Was it Natalie?
I don't think so.
You never told us her name. We asked you.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did I actually tell you her name?
No, you never actually said. We had a discussion about the name of your first wife, which you asked me not to include.
Julia.
Oh.
Oh, see,
But you never told us the name of your beloved or your
new
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Well,
Yeah,
you're not on lockdown with her anymore, so is everything okay?
yeah. We just decided to take the what's the word?
Time
Oh,
off?
quarantine separately.
Okay.
Wow. So where did she go? Because I know that she didn't have anywhere to go for a while. I guess she got that resolved.
Yeah, she's staying with family.
Oh, okay.
Have you met the family yet?
No,
Whoa.
no, it's way too soon.
You're right. You're
Really?
right.
What's the timeline for meeting family?
I don't know. I was in a relationship once before where no one had ever met, like no boyfriend or had ever met her family, like, and I don't think it was like over 6 months before I think the only reason I ever met her family was because her dad died,
Mm,
Mm,
and so like I was like, hanging around and went to the funeral and like was like supported for her when she went back home and stuff.
mm,
mm.
So that's the only reason I think I ever met any of her family.
got it.
Wow. And was that the only time you interacted with them? Was that the funeral?
I mean, no, I stayed at her. We were staying at her mom's house with.
Mm.
So
That's a sad time to meet everyone.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They're like, hey,
Dare
wait.
I say awkward?
yeah.
They're like, well, hey, John Wayne, it looks like you better meet the rest of them before.
Ugh,
You
yeah.
know what? That's a little macabre. I might have to edit that out.
It's all right. We're in trying times. Everyone's dying. I find family, the meeting of the family, I find that step in the relationship to be the most nerve wracking.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like I have to
Oh, when
really
you meet their
press.
family,
Hmm. When they
yeah,
meet
Mm,
mine, I'm not too nervous.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. But I just,
Although,
the
go
last
ahead.
thing I want is when I leave them to talk to each other and be like, not the one. She's good for now.
they're like, what about that other girl that you were seeing before her?
Yeah.
Have you had any bad experience with meeting families or them meeting your family?
That's a fabulous question. When I took Chris home right after he had gotten surgery, the
Uh,
day after he got surgery,
nice.
it was a difficult time for
Yeah,
sure. But it's just because my family was going through a lot, so they
yeah.
weren't super. They were friendly. They just weren't normal to me, and I don't know. It was just quiet and weird, and that's not how I remember my family being. Me meeting other people, other exes' families always go well. I'm just always the most nervous beforehand.
Hmm.
Like I think they
Mm,
like me,
yeah.
so
What about you, Aaron? Good, bad stories meeting boyfriends' families?
Um, well, actually, there was this brief period of time where I had a girlfriend.
no.
Yeah, because I actually was with guys first, but then there was this period of time where I had just started out at the church, and there was a fellow lay person, no pun intended, who
What? Where was the pun?
I don't know. It just dawned on me that's not punny. Anyway, we just started having conversations and getting to know each other, and it was funny because her parents actually worked at that church, and so it was this strange experience of because they liked us together. I liked her at the time. I was confused because I was young and I could get hard rubbing up against a tree, and so I kind of confused all these
Poor
things,
trees.
and it was this weird thing because her parents liked us together so much that it just felt like there was this added pressure that, oh, they like us together, I like her. I don't know. It was just a very confusing thing.
What was her
But
name?
her name was.
Hmm. Did you have sex with?
We had everything but the main event.
Whoa! So you went down on her?
Oh, okay. By
Ah,
main event, I mean by main event, I mean clothes off.
Are you kidding me? So you did nothing but
We
dry
did
hump
some
each
hand.
other
We did some hand stuff. I actually felt bad.
because you're gay?
Yeah, at the time, I was just like, I'll just think of whatever I have to, and if that
Oh,
means my hot roommate, then I will. But
poor
well, see,
Christina.
here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing too. When I was young, I didn't start becoming I mean, I had had like quote unquote relationships before that, but I wasn't sexually active until after I was like 19. And so I thought that if you were doing something with someone and your mind went somewhere else, that was normal. I had no idea what it was like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And to add to the whole thing of like, I had actually been sexually active with a guy before I
Mhm.
was with a girl. And so again, it was just that whole, I had no idea, but
It's
anyway,
very
so
confusing.
the story is that I had started to do some hand stuff, my hand and her stuff. And when it kind of got down there, um,
You were terrified.
well, sort of. Because I had seen quite a bit of
Yeah.
porn,
You talking about
because I had seen a lot of porn, I had an idea of what a vagina would feel like. Let's just say that obviously men and women have different grooming habits, and some men and women like to have no hair, some men and women like to have a lot of hair. And
Hmm.
anyway, so I had this idea of what it would feel like, and when I put my hand down, it was much different.
What
There
was your
was
idea and what was the reality?
I thought she would be bald.
Yeah.
I thought she would be completely shaven.
That's the problem with porn is all the little boys out there think women have to be completely
yeah.
bald down there like a child. And then when they actually start having sex and realizing that women can do whatever they want with the
They're no
stuff.
square.
What'd you say?
They're no square.
They're no square. I've never heard that before, but I love it.
Yeah, and so I felt bad, so I sort of like jerked my hand out, and she's like, "What's wrong?"
It
And I
bit me.
felt that was sort of the beginning of the end, as far as me realizing that this probably wasn't my jam. Um,
Hmm.
you know,
I
it,
love
it
that story. It's beautiful.
so.
It's a
Oh,
good.
Fluffy likes it too. Fluffy's like, "Hey, look, any kitty can have any length of hair, shaven, not."
Whatever the girl wants.
Um, exactly.
Thank you, Fluffy.
Personally, maybe it's because of all the shaved ladies out there, but I I like a little. I like some something going on down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do know what you mean. We're following.
Yeah.
I think that's how it should be, just because I don't know. If everything's gone, it reminds me of a child, and
yeah,
that doesn't make me feel good. Also, hair removal for women is so difficult. To keep that up, I don't know how some women keep it up. It's just not,
You just pay
because it
somebody.
hurts.
Yeah.
Well, if you do waxing, that's insane. I've never waxed before, and that
Ah,
is.
gotcha. Uh huh.
Uh huh. Yeah, that's what I was
uh,
thinking.
oh, I was going through my conversation starters. Okay, here we go. So
You sound like
let's.
someone who's nervous for their first speed date.
That sounds fun.
Speed
Icebreakers.
dating?
Speed dating,
Mm-mm.
because it's funny at this point. Literally any idea of traditional dating is out the window, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
more, okay, hey, let's get this thing going. I'm tired of being alone. I mean, Brittany fills me up and I have the church, but again, they encourage us to like, hey, go out, get a life, do something.
And
Don't
we
spend
can't
all your
right
time
now.
here.
It is a difficult time to date. It's impossible.
But
Confused
then
about.
who knows how long it's going to be,
We
and
don't
what if you
know.
meet the one?
We don't know the future. The future of dating right now.
Yeah. I guess my brother, who's going through a separation, but he started dating again for like the first time in like 20 years,
Whoa.
and he was so upset because he was saying like he started talking to these girls and all of a sudden this happened and everything was put on hold. I was like, that sucks. you,
Yep.
you get all
The
excited, start dating again, and then you're like, ugh.
and then a higher power says no.
And
Cool
then you're like,
off.
and then you're like just talking on the phone. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking on the phone, that is the worst.
Oh my god, I remember the days of talking. Like we'd just be like, oh my god, it makes I still when someone calls me on the phone, I'm like, what do you want?
Sometimes I need a phone call versus text messages because I'm really
No,
bad at replying to text messages.
yeah, I mean that's fine if like when my girlfriend will call me and then because like obviously we're gonna be texting like 100 texts, so it's like, yeah, just call me and we'll talk it out like what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
what we're doing, and then that's fine. But when someone just calls and be like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Which everyone wants to do right now.
Oh, you must be more popular than I am.
I I have been getting some calls, and
There was
but I don't want to talk about the current virus right now, so I'm not much of a good conversation right now.
so
Is
today,
there a
everybody, we're
reason?
actually.
Whoa! Sorry. Is there a reason why I can't see John Wayne and he can't see me?
I'm assuming John Wayne is doing something to cover his computer because he doesn't want to get
I
dressed or
don't
something.
have. I'm not doing anything to cover my computer. I just don't have video.
Oh, got it.
But you can see me, right?
No,
Ah, that's my question. Is why? Yeah.
why I can't
That's
see you?
weird
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
because I can see Bessie, but John Wayne's is just a big orange square.
It's a good color on you, John.
It
Thanks.
is. I mean, right now, I'm assuming. No, that's not even a good joke. So
Orange, you
today.
glad I didn't say it?
So today, everybody,
Thank
we're
you for
going to be.
laughing so hard at that.
Right? You gave her so much credit for that.
I think that's the only time anyone's ever laughed at that joke. So today, everybody, we're going to be doing Book 1, Chapter 12, I'll Never Stop Loving You. This
This
one,
sounds similar to every chapter we've ever done.
this one, we're going to kind of breeze through because we've definitely covered this subject matter a lot. But on the flip side, I do actually feel like this one has a different kind of meaning in these trying times that we're in. So she begins, they say in this world nothing lasts forever. God, I hope that's true. But I don't believe that's true. Oh. Okay, this is what Britney says. They say in this world nothing lasts forever, but I don't believe that's true. Because the way that I feel when we're together, I know that's the way I'll always feel from you. From now until forever, that's how long I'll be true. I'll make you this vow and promise you now until forever, I'll never stop loving you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Ugh, naive people.
Wait,
What-
why do you think that's naive?
To think something would last, that something lasts forever.
Well, you'll have to work on it, and then it'll last forever.
Is there something that you're thinking? Is there something that's happened to you that's making you feel that way?
Yeah, it's called life. Everything leads up to that. I'm just saying. Nothing is permanent. Nothing lasts forever.
Okay, but
Everything
has
is
there been
temporary.
John Wayne, has there been a case, it doesn't have to involve people, but that you loved something and you have maintained that love for your entire life?
Yeah. Wouldn't you say that you said nothing lasts forever? What about the love of your wife? The dead one.
I mean, in theory, I'm just saying she's not alive. I can't love her anymore. I mean, I can love the thought of her. I can love her memory. But I mean, that theoretically, that's all just words.
What about the bottom bunk? I mean, are you?
That's still
Eventually,
fun,
that thing's gonna rot and decay. Eventually, I'm just saying.
I mean, you haven't changed the sheets or anything, right? I mean, it's probably already starting to.
Does it still smell like her?
I mean, from the times I've shoved my face into it and cried, no, it doesn't.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
She's fabulous.
Well, I mean, what about you, Bessie Joe? How do you? I mean, they say nothing in this world lasts forever. They say in this world nothing lasts forever, but Brittany doesn't believe that's true because she's saying that when we're together, that's the way I'll always feel for you.
So is she contradicting her own statement?
It sounds like it.
Well, in my opinion, I think things can last forever if you maintain that love, if you work on it.
Wait, hold on. They say in this world nothing lasts forever. So people are saying that. People are saying, hey, girl, nothing lasts forever, okay? Look at this guy over here, John Wayne. That's what I've heard from him.
Uh,
But Brittany is saying that she doesn't believe that's true. So Brittany thinks that some things last forever because that's the way I feel when we're together. I know that's okay. So she's not contradicting herself. Um,
I think she's trying to switch it up because every chapter sounds the same.
right. So she's like, okay, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to confuse the fuck out of them at the very beginning, and then we're just going to do a roller coaster from there.
Yes.
Um,
She really knows how to spin a narrative.
yeah. From now until forever, that's how long I'll be true. I'll make you this vow and promise you now until forever I'll never stop loving you. So that's actually pretty insane to think that you would make a vow because say for example that your partner dies. Does that leave you off the hook or do you then have to keep that vow? Like John Wayne, how did you feel about that?
Well, I mean, it's like marriage vows, man. Some people would say, I love you till death do us part." So,
Oh really? I haven't heard that. Is that what you guys had in your vows?
I, it's been a long time, man. I
Can
don't
you recite your vows through memory right now?
know.
What? Come on. For the
Okay.
love of for the loving memory of your wife. I'm sure she's looking down on you right now saying, John Wayne, you've got this.
Uh, uh, sure.
Okay.
Um, so when something like um, from the moment I met you, um, from the very minute we spoke, I knew you would always be there for me. I knew you were my gonna be my best friend, and I knew I'd always have your support and love no matter what.
Beautiful.
And from this day forth, I promise to you, you will always have my love and my support and the bottom bunk.
Well, so was she already in the bottom bunk before you got married?
No.
So okay. So after marriage, the bottom
Yeah,
bunk was
yeah.
produced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hers. I mean, I had we had the bunk bed, but the spot was still kind of up for grabs at that point.
Fair enough.
So wait, is that all the vows? Were you finished?
I mean, yeah, that was for the most part. Yeah, that was it.
Okay. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Now, when she died, did you feel like you were bound to them, or was it like you were free and clear?
No, I think. I mean, I think it's one of those things like she would wanted me to move on,
Okay.
Do you think
but
she would have approved of your new girlfriend?
um, yeah, I think so.
What do you think? Well, it's funny. Earlier, before we started recording, right when we were talking about family, when family members meet your family member, when your partner meets your family members.
Uh huh.
Do you guys see where I'm headed with this? What about if your wife met your girlfriend? What would they say?
What would Ghost Julia say?
Oh no, you don't want us to role play this, do you?
Let's roll. Let's role play this.
Ugh, I knew that was coming.
I'll be the nurse.
Well, no, you. Who should be John Wayne? Who do you want to be uh, your girlfriend, who do you want to be your ex-wife?
Your ghost wife.
I think it'd be easier if I was Julia, my
Okay.
my dead wife.
And then I don't think we've done the combination of Bessie and John Wayne yet. So Bessie, why don't you be the girlfriend?
Okay.
And then I will be
Nameless.
John Wayne. Who do you want me to be?
Um,
I guess John Wayne.
yeah, you'll be me.
Okay. Okay. Just sitting here playing my video games. Wait, I need to know your. We need to know your girlfriend's name finally if we're going to do this. We'll make up a name then. I know. How about this? I'll just make up a random name. Okay. Natalie. How about we use Natalie?
No, let's use a name. Let's use Linda.
All right.
Linda. Okay.
So I'm Linda.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, Linda.
You're playing your video games? Ugh.
Can I just get a little bit of space? Okay. It's a quarantine, 6 feet apart.
I see
Anyway.
you doing the dishes again.
What does it matter? The only dish that matters is my red wine glass. Everything else is just
And
a
you've been,
burning pit of despair.
and you've been eating out of your red wine glass every night for 2 weeks. It's time to do something here.
It's
You're a man. Stop eating out of a glass.
I love you, or I think I do, maybe not. I'm still figuring it out. But man, God, my dead wife never talked to me like this. If only she was here to just give you a piece of how this world could be.
Well, too bad she's dead. It's not going to happen. Whoa.
I'm enjoying
Holy
you
shit!
guys.
What's that?
You guys
What?
ranting way too much.
What was that?
I said I'm enjoying you guys ranting and acting my supposed lifestyles too much. This is good.
Julia, what are you doing here? You're
John,
not in the bottom bunk the way I always imagined. You're just
John Wayne, are you going to introduce us?
Linda, this is Julia, my wife, who is dead and yet is somehow here as a ghost.
Oh, wow. She's really pretty.
Oh,
She's really pretty.
that is very sweet of you. Thank you so much. You're actually really pretty too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's your bra size?
My- I am a C cup, a 32C.
Wow. That's a good
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah,
It's a great cup.
What is your bra size?
I'm a 32D.
Oh
bit bigger.
wow. Yeah. That's
But I see why John Wayne liked you and married you.
wait, is
Yeah,
this just basing this just off appearance? Because it's very shallow.
It is very shallow, but this is the first time I've met you. I don't know how to act around you. I'm getting actually pretty flushed.
Oh, that's fine. You should just act normal. Just be yourself.
I feel like I'm being pretty normal.
Julia, can you explain to her, because she's having a problem with my red wine drinking. She gets mad when I drink the red wine out of the box. Sometimes I don't even use the glass. Can you tell her a little bit about life with me?
Life with you?
Yeah, I mean, we were together for a very long time. You never had any problems with me.
That's not true.
What? Wait, hold on. Julia, cover your ears.
Everybody has their problems. It's just a matter of compromise and then how you get along with that person. If you meet the right person, you can get through anything.
It's a matter of compromise. Okay, now Linda, you cover your ears. Wait, Julia, if it's so much about compromise, then how come I was never allowed to sleep in the bottom bunk?
We played that game for a long time. You were allowed to sleep in it. You just made this thing in your head.
You had bear traps in there. You One time I
Oh,
snuck
bear
in there when you
traps
were on
with
vacation, and there was itching powder all over the blankets, and then I saw a little note that says, "Ha ha ha, I win." Can you
Yeah,
explain
exactly.
that?
Yeah, it was a game. It was like this little fun game that we always had.
Ooh. Julia, you like games too?
Of course, not necessarily video games, but I like playing games.
Hmm.
Like
Wonderful.
games.
Hey, John Wayne, will you give us some privacy?
Sure. Doot 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 doot. Shut the door.
Listen, Julia, I have never seen ghost boobs before.
Oh, well then absolutely. Here, look.
Wow, your nipples are so tiny.
I know.
Ah,
Very pink. You, I'd offer to let you touch them, but I don't. I think your hand would go right through.
I think they would just get really cold. Let's see. Swish, swish. No, I can feel them.
Oh,
This is
you.
right.
Ow. Yeah, I can feel that.
Oh, did I hurt you?
No, no, no. That felt really nice, actually.
Wow.
Here. Put your hand down my pants.
All right, here I go. Ooh, freezing down there.
Uh huh.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
my hand is all itchy now. Did you put itching powder? And there's a note down there. It says, ha ha ha.
Got ya.
Ah, you're such a trickster,
I
Julia.
know.
So, anyway,
How did you like my bush?
I love it. I love that you're a woman and not a little
Yes,
girl.
thank you. Did it surprise you?
Shocked me.
Oh God, yeah.
Listen, do you want to take this to the bottom bunk?
Absolutely, I do.
All right. Let's keep John Wayne outside for a while. I'll just lock the door real quick.
For
Lock the lock.
sure.
All right.
Um,
Hello,
Guys,
Uh-huh.
John. Yeah. What's up?
how's it going in there?
Still
Really
talking.
good. Really good.
Oh,
Just talking.
I
Only talk.
hear. Okay, okay.
And if you hear any moans, that's just what ghosts do.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh.
This was fun. Wow, you climaxed really fast.
Yeah. It's a lot easier as a ghost.
Wow. Well, that's all I need. You don't need to do
Oh,
anything to me. So
oh
let's get
no,
John Wayne
I
back in.
feel obligated now that you got me
Oh,
there. I feel like I should get you there. I would feel
no, it's
really
okay.
guilty.
No, it's okay. I'd rather just. How about I give you a little? I made a snack earlier, and I know that you're probably famished from all of
Absolutely.
your paranormal traveling.
You are so sweet and
Mhm.
so thoughtful and generous. I see what John sees in you.
Mm. Can you guess what snack I made earlier?
Oh my gosh. Peanut butter jelly?
No, just a dozen deviled eggs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's definitely, that makes a lot of sense.
Why?
What's that?
Why?
You just seem like a deviled egg kind of girl.
Oh,
It's
Hey,
not,
Linda, where's that other bottle of boxed wine that I had?
it's at your mom's house. Get out.
What do you guys? Wait, what are you guys doing?
we're still talking.
You're in the bottom bunk. You never let me in the bottom bunk. What? You guys are both. Where's your clothes, Linda?
You are so perceptive to know that we were talking to you from the bottom bunk.
You have great hearing.
Excellent hearing. It's because those big ears he has.
Well, it's okay. Well, I guess
You know what they say? Big ears, small
Big.
penis.
big ears, big bush.
Oh yeah.
Fact.
So, how was that for you, John Wayne? Did you get something? Did you get something out of that?
And a lesbian experience as a ghost. Yeah.
Perfect. I love that our role plays always end with clarity. I always feel like we learn something from them.
Yeah, I
You
didn't.
know,
I learned a lot. I learned that
that's good.
Linda has bisexual tendencies.
You're
Did
welcome.
Talk to her about that.
you should?
I suspected the second I saw her.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think she's just a very open person. She's just open to anything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you could be like, "Hey, check this out." She'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah. And it might be, when she says, "Hey, check this out," it could be a book, it could be a song, it could be her bush
Yeah.
that she's, her garden that she's working on, and not like the miniature one,
Not
but
like the
like,
diorama. Yeah,
yeah, but like a real bush that she's growing. So,
for
okay.
sure.
Well, hey, everybody, I hope you were able to find, hey, everybody, role play can definitely help you. If you ever have questions about something, just put some people together, do some improv, do some yes and. You never know what you're going to learn. I mean, look at what happened today. Who knew that was going to happen? I didn't.
Definitely
You know?
not, especially Linda.
You're gonna have an interest. You're gonna have an interesting conversation next time you see her.
Yeah.
So she continues. There'll come a day when the world stops turning and the stars will fall from the sky. Oh, dark.
Whoa.
But this feeling will last. Okay, so yeah, she's got this thing. There'll come a day when the world stops turning and the stars will fall from the sky. But this feeling, I'm assuming this feeling she feels towards someone, will last. When the sun stops burning, all I want to do is love you till the end of time.
Well,
That's
she's
crazy.
prophesizing once again. She knew the world was going to end like that, and she's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I know it's coming, so I can love you until then." Ugh.
Yeah, it's not that far away. I can handle this.
Yeah, she knew this was coming once again.
I wonder if in every chapter if she's talking about the same person that she's in love with.
I am curious. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's kind of interesting if you take, for all our listeners, if you go through sort of as the people say, if you binge listen, it is kind of a story, right? Because aren't many relationships like that, of ups and downs and trials and tribulations, and you're crazy about someone and then you're done.
No.
It's a full
Don't
narrative.
and then, hey, I'm emailing you a bunch of times, but then I'll never stop loving you. I don't know. It is interesting. But I think it's also a thing, kind of what you just said, John Wayne, to dovetail on that hey everybody, there's going to come a day when the world stops turning. There's going to come a day when carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere are too much. You're all going to fry up. Water is going to dry up. Sea levels are going to rise. Pestilence, disease, ditches everywhere.
Stars will
The
fall.
world, the stars will fall. And this feeling that I have for you will last when the sun stops burning. When your rash stops burning, or when it starts burning. John Wayne, did you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry. I thought no.
Okay. Well, the rest of this is just kind of more of the same. So I'll just kind of go through it. From now until forever, that's how long I'll be true. She's telling us. From now until the world ends, I'll make you this vow. She's telling us, and promise you now, until forever, I'll never stop loving you. Kind of simple lyrics. It's like she kind of maybe she had a rhyming dictionary. I mean, I don't know if you need a rhyming dictionary to rhyme vow with now, but it's going to take more than a lifetime, literally, to give you all the love I feel for you tonight. From now until forever, that's how long I'll be true. I'll make you this vow and promise you now until forever, I'll never stop loving you. It's a weird thing to think about someone out there loving you, right? Fluffy?
Why is that a weird thing?
Well, because in some circumstances, if you're living your life and there's someone out there that you know is in love with you, it can be kind of scary. Like if you look outside your window and you see like a white van and you see maybe someone staring at you with binoculars,
Yeah, that's
it
scary.
can be it can be a little disconcerting.
Well, I mean,
But
it's not love, but
that's true. Well, they might think it's love. I mean, they might think that they're in love with you.
I guess.
But then on the flip side, you have Britney saying something a little bit different. She's saying, from now until forever, the world could end. There could be horrible, horrible plague. There could be collapse of economies. Mountains could collide. Animals could take over. Insane bugs could start multiplying. And
Well,
I'm still going to love you.
even when the bugs attack.
And I don't know how to feel about that.
Why not?
Because I sometimes don't know how much I love myself.
Mm.
And so it's a weird thing to trust that there's someone out there that loves you, no
I think it
matter
is.
what.
I think it is easier to love someone with all your heart until the apocalypse happens than it is to love yourself. That is something that I grapple with every day.
Right.
I think everyone grapples with every day. Like, can we trust this person who loves me more than I love myself? That's crazy. But the truth is, they do.
Yeah.
And really, it's just a lesson to treat yourself how that person treats you, if you find that person.
That's fair. John Wayne, thoughts?
No new thoughts. No.
Okay. Do you need help? Should we do another role play?
Me?
Well, I mean, yeah, to kind of sum it up, we've got our goddess who sort of reiterates, in case you haven't heard it in the last 11 chapters or some of the last 11 chapters, that I'm going to love you forever. There's a shitstorm coming. I'm still going to love you after. There's probably another shitstorm that's going to come, and I'll still love you. Don't worry. And I don't get the vibe that this is the young schoolgirl talking about the boy. I feel like this is the goddess talking to us saying, hey, I got you guys. Okay, it's going to be rough. Don't get me wrong. Stand 6 feet apart, wear a mask. But I'm always going to love you,
Do you think maybe she's talking to herself?
I probably needed to hear you say that, Bessie.
That's why I'm here.
Because I've gained some weight during this quarantine.
So have I.
So,
Well, you look great, but I can't see your bottom half.
oh, that's because I have the camera trained in on just my T-zone. Yeah, I figure
It's a
that's
good T-zone.
It's one of the best ways to help you don't feel insecure, is to just not show anybody anything. So,
Well, I think what the message Brittany's telling you is to love yourself even through the apocalypse.
yeah,
Past your T-zone.
I think you're right. I think it's just a matter of maybe I need to just like throw open the windows of the church out onto the street and just say, hey, everybody, this is me, bush and all. I don't care at all.
I think this is a good challenge for you this week.
Okay, I will do that, and then I will report back.
Thank you.
I suggest not having pants on when you open the door. I just, for your neighbor's sake.
You suggest me not having pants on?
No, to not have pants on. I would suggest having pants on.
Well, but how can I spread the word of loving yourself if I can't show everybody, hey, I love me?
If he can't spread his legs, how can he spread the word?
Thank you, Bessie.
People can love themselves without having to spread their legs to everyone.
Well, okay, so John Wayne, you're a historian. Is there some sort of historical precedent for like it being a bad thing to go out onto your lawn and be naked and just be screaming out into the world? Is that like
have war started because of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is actually a story. Like I said, this is through word of mouth down the line some old ancient story about how there was this woman called Helen,
Okay.
and she walked out one day and she showed her bush, and this one dude was like, named Paris, was like, damn, that's a nice bush, I like that bush. And he's like, ran up to her and he's like, hey, I want that bush. And she's like, oh, you can have this bush. But what he didn't know was that bush was promised to this other dude called Agamemnon. And he's like, that's my bush, dude. And like he chased down her bush and like fought Paris's, like, I think like Paris, France. I think that's named after him.
Mm-hmm.
He took a boat all the way to where France is, attacked Paris, and he's like, "No, that's my bush." And he killed, like, he sacked Paris and killed like all of Paris for her, supposedly,
Really?
all because she flashed her bush. Yeah.
Now, was this a real? So, was this a no square bush, or was it like a plant bush, or
I mean, this is
did
like
the story say?
this is way back in the day, like back when. I don't know if they shaved their bushes back then, so I think she
I
would
don't
have
think they
had like
did.
the bushiest of bushes back then. So I think this was like a glory. This is the type of bush that someone would see and be like, I want to miniature garden that bush.
Oh, to make like
And it
a
all comes back.
and
Circle meets the no square.
thank you.
You just titled the episode.
It was great seeing you guys, hearing you guys. We will talk to you guys next time. And I haven't really talked about this on the last few episodes, but again, find us on social media, www.britneydo. You can always email us some questions. I want to do kind of a Q&A before the season ends. We've only got a couple more episodes to go, everybody. So stay tuned. Make sure to find us on, Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you find us. Subscribe, rate us, write a review. Let us know your thoughts. And yeah, we will see you next time. Bye, John Wayne. Bye, Bessie.
Bye.
Bye.